Okay, sorry. Last video I talked a lot, but I just wanted to make it really, really clear we don't need school. Please watch, of course, part one. This is part two. Let's go.
Do. If I know I want what I'm passionate about, if I want to be a lawyer, a doctor, if I want to do something, I think college is worth it for me if I know what I'm doing. If people are going into college without any train of thought in what they want to do, for example, if I'm like I want a career in business, go to college for business. If you don't know what it is yet, just go to college for business. If you know you want to major in business, but if you don't know what you want to do, what's the point? That's my opinion. I'd recommend try finding a way to make money, stack up, you know what I mean, and figure it out then. I just think being pressured and forced into doing that, and that's what I had my senior year. Like I was already being told by my family members, you need to be an accountant. You know what I mean? You need to be an accountant. You need to be a lawyer. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't even know what I want to do. It's my life, you know. And I'm at an age where I just want to know. I'm at an age where I just want to. I want to figure it out my own. When I was 18, I just wanted to figure it out my own.
Yeah, and so what's it like to be under that pressure?
I think I felt a lot of pressure because at this point my sisters weren't really doing anything. No offense to them, I love them. They're doing their own things now, but I just think I was really
No. Why? Your sister didn't really do anything, and then the his one of the older sisters, I don't even know, Naomi did an OnlyFans, bro. Like, bro, how can you even like really like how can you even do that, and do that to your basically your own brother, because he is in the spotlight and everybody, the streaming world, like everybody, chat mocking him, like that probably was like really, really tragic for him. Like I could even say it's tragic. Like that is some like I don't understand really because if you really like need the money, you got some clout, you were on some streams, with the Zias and stuff like that. But you could have just like maybe ask Adin. Like Adin is a multi millionaire, like and but of course people, when they see one time if they see money, they will want more and more and more, which is greed, which I understand, of course, also.
going through it because I feel like everything was crumbling in my family. Nobody was really, you know what I'm saying,
That's
doing
scary,
anything.
man.
Yeah, and I just felt like I was, in a way, the golden child. I had to resurrect and help my parents out and find a way. So I had just, yeah,
So I'm almost hearing that like the pressure you were under was not just about your own life. It's sort of like they were putting all their eggs in your basket.
yeah, I would say so. I would say like I was kind of like I felt pressure from everybody because I had to succeed, and if I didn't succeed, then I was gonna feel like a failure probably. Like I don't know. And honestly, I still have this pressure to this day. I know we're gonna get into that later, but the pressure it's never went away. I've had it ever since I was a senior,
What do you
for
mean
real.
we're going to get into that later? Help me understand that.
Well, we're starting. We're talking right now about
Yo, like Aiden Ross could also be a psychiatrist. Like he has some. Well, I don't want him, of course, to be a psychiatrist, but like he has some spiritualness in him. Maybe because of his mother.
like before all this,
Maybe I
which is
don't know.
good. And I want to stem this for a little bit. If you have any more topics or questions to talk about, because I'm saying I still have this pressure to this day
Okay.
of like basically like carrying my family tree, if that makes sense. It's weird. I'll get into it. I don't mean it in any type of like egotistical way or anything like that, but
No, I'm not getting any ego from you.
Oh, no ego? Let me tell you something. What he said, right? Bro said I was basically the golden child. Like that gives me enough to say like he is in the ego state still like a lot. Um doesn't mean that he is in the ego state like all the time, but it is something egoistic to say like I am the golden child. I I mean, he like that's the truth. I feel like that he really got pressured from all his family members, to succeed, and he also felt it maybe then also now he's still feeling it like this is the truth. But he also said like was basically the golden child because he made it and stuff like that. But calling yourself the golden child is something egoistic. I could never call myself like the golden child. Like even if I make it, like even if I make it, it's not like I am the golden child. I just never gave up and then got results out of it. But
Okay.
that's it. I wouldn't
You want
say
to talk about it now?
okay.
No, I'm saying like, was there not? Because I know we're talking about like the beginning, like before all this. Like, do you want to skip right into that? I don't care. I don't care what we do.
I mean, I have like 1,000 questions for you, but sure, maybe we can get into it a little bit later.
Okay.
So you mentioned that you were hungry. So you said that you said a couple times that your mind has always been different. Like, what else have you noticed?
Every
Yeah, like that's contradictory, contradictive in what I said because I'm saying all minds are basically the same because we all have a human brain which is structured the same, but of course there are a little bit of differences, just a little bit, but not that kind of big difference.
single trauma I've ever had in my life, I've always put it away and stored it, and I never dealt with it. Like I've only cried a few times in my life.
What else have you noticed?
Every single trauma I've ever had in my life, I've always put it away and stored it, and I never dealt with it. Like I've only cried a few times in my life. I've cried before, and sometimes it hits me, but like
I feel like that's a gamer thing, like a lot of gamers are so mechanical, through games and stuff like that, and building up this wall around them, the wall of thoughts. I like to say it, a prison. And then they like slowly become so mechanical, like they are robots, and then it's really hard for them to be emotional and open up and cry and stuff like that. Like it's easy for gamers, of course, like to laugh or to be angry or to be toxic, but to cry, I think is a little bit difficult for a lot of gamers because I was one of them, and when I see it, we do like mouse, keyboard, and always the same thing basically, but getting better at it, better and better. But that is basically mechanical, right? A mechanical skill that we are learning, like for example, Fortnite doing 90s. It's always the same thing, like I always do, or you have to do like always the same thing, and then you try to perfect it, make it the most efficient way, and then do it really fast, like, and yeah, that's all I got for y'all.
I used to cry a lot when I was a kid, but like
I'm
every
sorry
time I have trauma, I
for
put it in my
pausing
back of
again.
my brain. I'm very desensitized. My brain is very desensitized. You know what I'm saying? It's like
He
I
knows a lot of things, like what he's saying makes sense, and he's really honest also about it.
almost, it's just like, how do I put this?
Like he
My
understands,
brain,
like he understands like how it is working, what he's doing with it, like trauma, never dealing with it, always storing it up, and how my brain works. Let's see.
works really weird. Like I don't feel feelings sometimes because I'm not soulless. I have a soul, and whenever I like disconnect myself, I feel things, and I can feel love, and I can feel passion, I can feel stuff. But
Whenever you
sometimes
disconnect yourself, you feel things.
disconnect from the internet mainly. Like go basically like go somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Yeah.
Get away from
Um,
all of this.
get away from everything. Take a little break. Go travel somewhere without having to work. Take time off of streaming. It really helps me find myself again.
Okay.
connect myself to reality. Um, but where was I? Sorry. Oh, the desensitization of my brain. That's my biggest issue I have today. It's like it's super hard for me to sometimes feel things and just kind of like um I don't know. It's almost like I'm emotionless and like I feel like I beat the game.
What do you mean by beat the game? What's the
Like
game?
when I was coming in to like entering the streaming game, I had goals in the back of my head. And the goals in the back of my head were set your parents up for life, put some money in your bank account, meet some of your heroes and idols, and you did it. And the excitement and hunger I had when conquering this, like the grind part, the grind aspect, was honestly, I couldn't realize it, but when I was grinding, that was like the peak feeling of me when I was accomplishing all this stuff. I've talked to a lot of the people that I looked up to throughout my life, and I've met them, and I've had conversations with them, and I got this, and I got that, and I did that, and I did this, and I just feel like I've kind of already conquered a lot of the things, like at a really young age.
Sure. And what does it feel like to conquer things at a young age?
Like I beat the game.
And how does that feel?
Maybe he doesn't have the
I don't
fire
know.
really.
I honestly, man, it's fucked up because honestly, like that's what drives me crazy sometimes. Like, what do I do now? Like, what do I do?
Like,
You know what I mean?
what is
Sure.
the meaning of life? Because he already like did all the goals he did at a very, very young age. And now he's like rich. He's bored. He already did all the things he wants to do, like, and then he can just meet other stars and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like last time it was Young Thug and stuff like that. But I I think his fire is like like not there anymore, like as much as like before, because the fire is driving you, to these goals, and then also you don't have the goals anymore. Um, but yeah, for an ego to not have a goal anymore, it's like, what do I do now? It's really difficult. And then, of course, the ego could uh, set different goals, but it felt like this was already like his life missions, like retire his parents, make a lot of money, and then meeting his idols and stuff like that. Like, but if he would be spiritual, he could enjoy life way, way more now, by just being financially free.
And I'm hearing that you really almost enjoyed grinding.
Of course, when I was in the grind and I have a hunger and I was boom, bam, boom, getting all my goals and results and stuff, it's like that shit was everything to me. Like that was you could see the hunger.
That's also like a rush, adrenaline and dopamine rush, when you see numbers going up really, really high, Twitch numbers, TikTok or whatever it is, but with Adin is Twitch, and also on in his bank account, like he got it all already. Like he went top one, like number one streamer multiple times, I think. He changed basically like he changed the game of Twitch through, meeting rappers and stuff like that and doing this IRL stuff, just chatting. Like he really made it mainstream, I would say.
The hunger
Like Aiden Ross is really a legend in the Twitch game.
right now that I had when I'm sorry, I'll never have that hunger again. It's true. I
That's
don't believe
scary.
I will. Well, I don't believe I
Why it's scary? Like, why? What is scary about this? Please, Dr. K, please, please tell me. Like, what is scary about not having any goals anymore? You know, What is scary about that? What do you why do you feel, let me ask you, like, why do you feel scared when he said that? Like, why do you think it's scary? Duck, duck, duck.
I will. I wish I would, but I don't think that hunger exists anymore. Like I'm hungry in other ways. Like now, sometimes when I want to make like amazing content, like I want to do new things. I just think about my community and what got me here today. Like my community has been here through the shitty moments, the good content, the bad content. It's like now all I care about is just doing shit for them, my core. I don't care about anything else but my core. I want to make good content for my core because my core has been here through everything for me.
So it sounds
So
like you had some goals that were, and let me know if this word rubs you the wrong way, a little bit more selfish before.
definitely. No, 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 no. My main set goal was to just get rich, take care of my family, and have some money to put aside for me, and that was it.
Yeah.
I would
So
I would say my goal was never selfish. Like once my first purchase was a Lamborghini at 19, I think. But like you're right. I guess you are right. My first goal, what, yeah, I would say was selfish in the
yeah, and
beginning.
I mean, I was thinking about a better word, because I think it's like
Really
okay to have
honest.
selfish goals, like, you know, like it's okay to want stuff from life.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
di-
yeah.
I didn't mean it to be derogatory, and that's why I was like, I
No,
just
you're
couldn't find
good.
a better word. But
I think sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
mean
go
to.
for it.
I think when you're in grind mode, like anyone that's grinding towards something, like I don't really know too much about you, but like when you're grinding for, like, let's just say what you went to Harvard, right?
Sure.
When you were grinding to get to Harvard, when I was grinding to become a streamer, you kind of have to be selfish because, like, let's just say like in a way, like you're grinding to like to you have in a selfish way, like where you have to just
To
do
achieve something.
you basically before you can really aid and take care of others. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
kind of have to.
I think that's a very, very reasonable way to look at things. Interestingly enough, I would say in my case, it was sort of the opposite. There was a time in my life where I was grinding to get into Harvard and I was nowhere near. And then there was a time in my life where I gave that up and wasn't interested in being the best or accomplishing anything really. And paradoxically, that's what ended up getting me there. But, I think that what you're saying makes perfect sense. Um, and so I'm kind of curious, like when you were grinding and accomplishing stuff, when you got, it sounds like you got a Lamborghini at the age of 19, which is like, that's rare, man.
Want it's like below one, it's like what, like point something percent of just doing that. There's people that don't even have fucking houses and food, bro, and I'm over here buying a Lamborghini at 19 years old. You go what I'm saying? Like it's like super desensitizing.
What's desensitizing about it?
I think in general, at 19 having a load of money and not knowing what to do with it, never being taught what to do with money, never being taught how to use it, how to utilize it. And I'm 19, I buy a Lamborghini. It's like it doesn't make sense. I don't even have a house yet. I don't even have, my parents aren't even good yet. I just think it's super desensitizing making money to buy a Lamborghini at 19. I just think having a lot of money with not knowing what to do with it at 19 is crazy. You know what I mean?
So I think there's something really, that sounds like an important discovery, but I don't understand it. So how does buying a Lamborghini at 19, how does that connect to desensitizing? Can you help me understand that?
Um,
I think you're on to something.
I think what he means, well, that's just what I think. I don't know. I think. That's why I say I think. But I think what he means by that, it's like it's not any, it doesn't really have any value to it. Like what I mean by that is value, because of course a Lamborghini has value, right? But it's like you are buying something materialistic. You could you could have, like put it into stocks or crypto or whatever, and then it goes up over time and stuff like that, which is also something materialistic, but it's smarter. I was just answering like what he could have done with the money. Side quest answer. Um, But like desensitizing, like I don't even really know what that means. Like sensitive, like maybe sensitive, like the opposite of sensitive, like sensitive, like um, it is materialistic, right? And what would have been better is like to pay off the house for his parents right away and stuff like that, like make smarter decisions, but he was just 19. He was a kid and he didn't know better. That's, I think, he means with desensitizing, because I don't really know what desensitizing really means, to be honest.
Just don't.
Yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is like, maybe it's the wrong word I'm using. Like,
I don't think
I
so,
don't.
man.
Well,
Well,
it's desensitizing buying a Lamborghini at 19 in general because it's like you're not. I don't know. I just feel like not every 19-year-old's doing that.
Wait,
Is
wait,
kind of
wait,
what I'm
wait,
saying.
wait, 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 wait. Now we have to know. Now I have to know. Not we I. Desensitizing. Desensitize. Where was the mistake? I said desensitizing. Desensitizing. Ah, okay. 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 But like, okay. Wait. We just then do the English meaning. Oh, meaning. Oh my God. All right. Meaning. Making less susceptible. Susceptible. What? Making less susceptible or sensitive to either physical or emotional stimuli. Desensitization is a psychology is a psychology term related to a treatment or process that diminishes emotional responsiveness to a negative or aversive aversive stimulus after repeated exposure. This process typically occurs when an emotional response is repeatedly triggered, but the action tendency associated with the emotion proves irrelevant or unnecessary. So something irrelevant or unnecessary. I don't know. I don't really know. Like maybe he did it only because he is talking to a psychiatrist, or he learned it from his mother. I don't know.
Saying so when you come into that, like that little like, I don't know, like when you come in and you go buy a Lamborghini at 19 without having houses and all these things and stuff. It's like I never knew how to manage money. Like I never knew how to like do that. And right now, if I go back at 19, I had the funds I had, I would tell myself, don't buy a Lamborghini right now.
and then what would you have done if you told yourself? If
Buying
Aiden
stocks
Ross
or
from the future
crypto.
showed up to 19-year-old Aiden Ross and was like, "Bruh,
Stocks
don't buy a
or
Lambo,"
crypto.
what would 19-year-old Aiden Ross have done?
Definitely crypto.
I think I would have literally said, give it to your parents because they know what to do.
Th-
You know what I mean?
That's what the older you would have said. What would the younger you have done?
Oh, you're saying younger than now?
No. So like if you were 19, right? Let's say you could travel back in time and you
Okay.
could talk to your 19-year-old self. And 22-year-old Aiden was like, "Don't buy a Lambo, give it to your parents." What would 19-year-old you have done?
Fuck you, I'm buying a Lamborghini.
Okay, right? Interesting,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
And so when you say desensitized, maybe I can offer something and let me know. So I'm getting the sense that you, when you're grinding, you feel really good, right? Because you're putting in effort, and then you're seeing
Okay.
those numbers or whatever those metrics are, and then after you get it, there's like you feel nothing.
Not nothing. So I'll explain it. When you're gaining, when you're grinding towards something, you get a high. After I would do a viral stream or a viral moment, I would get high off of it.
Go.
It would give me some type of like release of chemicals in
Yes,
my
yeah,
brain
yeah, 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 yeah.
to make me like, okay, keep going. This is amazing. I
Yes.
love the attention, the what I'm gaining from this. I love the money. I love the dopamine release. I love it. I want more of it. I want to keep.
Ego alert. Big ego alert. Big ego. To be honest, you need you need a big ego to be successful in life. You just need it because only the ego have importance for for being successful and achieve things, right? For me, it's like um I am right now like in my ego state also because I am like grinding and stuff like that um to reach financial freedom. But it's not like in a big ego way because it's like um I don't support this system, right? Like okay, it is egoistic but also like smart. Like it's logical. Like nobody wants to work for 80 until 80. Like nobody wants to work until they are 80 and stuff like that. So it's just like actually intelligence, not just not like the ego, but it's just intelligence, you know, saying like this is BS. Like why should I work until I turn 80, and work a 9 to 5 and stuff like that. If I could grind more and then reach financial freedom to do, then now come the ego things, to do things that I want. Because if you want something like really, most of the times it is something egoistic. But it's like just seeing, through intelligence that it's bad to work a 9 to 5 until 80. Like you could die before that, and then you work your butt off, you know, and trying to achieve, you know, basically financial freedom, which you will get when you are 80. You maybe like live a comfortable life, but you still have to work a 9 to 5, which is like 8 hours, 8 hours plus of your life, 1/3 of your life every day. And you're not even working for yourself. You are working probably for a company. If you work for yourself, you good. You good. I'm not saying anything. Like if you're self-employed, like you have a restaurant or something, and you want to, and you're grinding for your own, you good. You good. But if you do like for a company and stuff like that, I'm like, you could do, but then there is like a risk, and the ego likes to go the safer route. That's why also like, but okay, it doesn't really matter. It does matter, but you know,
What's next? How do I go viral again?
we
How
go,
do I do it again? How do I go
continue.
again? How do I gain more followers? How do I get more? How do I gain out of this? The clout. It's an addiction. It's addicting. It's a drug. Because when you're gaining, when you keep gaining and gaining and gaining, it's a high. You know. So I wouldn't say I feel nothing now. I just don't care anymore. Like I don't care as much as I did before. Like if I was stuck on a very very small core community that just loves me and cares for me and will watch me do anything, and I don't really care about the crazy numbers anymore. I don't really care about doing crazy viral stuff anymore. Like I just don't. Like I care to go. I care to make good content, but like the crazy viral moments and stuff that I was doing back in the day, I don't want to put my. I don't need to put myself in that position anymore.
What's
Mm,
changed?
nice, nice.
I would say growing up a little more, going through a lot, doing a lot. I would say having more money now. Um, I would just say honestly, yeah, I would just say more experience in this shit as well.
What
And
is
in
his
what
net
ways have you
worth?
grown up, Aiden?
He is a
Experience. I
multi-millionaire.
think I'm not 100% mature yet. I'm not. I still have a lot to learn. I'm still super young, and I make dumb
40
decisions
million.
all the time. Um,
40 million, bro. Oh my God. Like, bro. Uh, okay,
Uh,
I like he did it on his own. Like he worked, you know, and grinded. It's like that's
I
good for
don't
him.
know, man.
That's good for him.
I think I still got a lot more growing up to do, but I think I'm in a better place now than I was when I was back at 21, 20.
How were you different 1 or 2 years ago? What was the place you were in?
Less money, different living situation. Um, you
Addiction,
know, I would say
drugs,
less,
drug addiction,
just
addiction.
less experience in general in my career as well. Um,
So, Aiden,
different people around me got, I don't really speak with anymore. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
so no, no, it's totally cool, dude. I was just kind of, so I'm a little bit confused because, like, on the one hand, I'm sort of hearing that back in the day, when your head was in the game, you felt good. You're grinding, you're getting that dopamine rush. You use the word addiction, which is, I mean, that's a powerful word, man. And at the same time, it sounds like you felt really good. And
Definitely.
and, and I'm sort of almost hearing you kind of say that you're in a better place now, but you like don't feel as good in some way. Like,
Wait, but it's crazy that he doesn't know about that high. You know that he doesn't know about that high, like uh gaining followers and stuff like that. Like a lot of streamer have that. Well, okay, like really big streamers have that, right? Like for example, Jason said it with TikTok and stuff like that. He got a high of these views, like getting a TikTok to over 1 million views and stuff like that. Like I know that feeling also. Actually, I went viral with one video, which got like to a little flex. Ego is right here, presenting me strong. Presenting the ego strong. I had like I have like 2.3 or 4 million views, 300,000 likes, something like that. And this was like a crazy high also. And then coming, seeing it coming down. But Jason was like, "Oh, wait a minute, you know, it's going down, but I want it again." So he did everything, things that could make him more viral to get another high. And then he did it the same like with Twitch. And then, like, I don't know, 1,000 subs to 5K subs to 10K subs. Now he's at 100K subs. Maybe he already beat um, Ludwig's sub record, which I don't know. I didn't check on it yet. Maybe I will see it later or something.
does that kind of make
You know,
sense? I'm sort of hearing
it
two different
does.
threads.
I don't feel
But we finished
fulfillment
this
and
first.
high anymore after having a viral moment. Does that make sense? Like
Sure.
if I see a viral moment or viral clip now, I'll just laugh about it and scroll right past it. I don't care anymore as I would care it back in 2021. I would be super, super like, oh my God, I gotta do more of this. I gotta do that, I gotta do this. I just don't really care for it anymore.
Which one do you prefer, the way you are now or the way you used to be?
Now, all about pleasing a core that cares about me than a trendy audience that doesn't really give two shits about me for sure.
Okay.
Mm,
And is being fulfilled
good,
and
good for him.
being high the same thing?
What do you mean?
So you said like you don't get the sense of fulfillment, you don't feel as high anymore. I don't mean like drugs. I mean like what you're talking about.
I feel at peace. I feel I'm cool.
The thing is, if it gives you a high, if you are addicted to it, it is a drug. If you are addicted to it, you have a drug. It's your drug.
With what I have. I feel comfortable. I
You
feel
feel
good.
at peace now?
At peace because back when I was in that 2021 mode, I was nervous and horribly going like mentally destroyed because I would always have to think about what I got to do the next day to go viral. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on a
yeah,
mission
yeah,
still, trying to
yeah,
grind and trying to
yeah.
figure things out and try to just going
So
down this little upscale of a blow up. you
So
know?
I'm kind of hearing that like it's quite a roller coaster, dude. So like on the
Oh
one
yeah.
hand, there's like the thrills and it's like hell yeah, you feel that energy. What's next, baby? But at the same time, maybe there's like anxiety, like maybe I can't do it, like
Yeah.
doubt.
Literally, yes. Self-doubt, um just a lot of like overthinking, man. Just like straight up just, you
Mm,
know,
mm, mm,
What
mm.
kind of what do you mean by overthinking? What kind of
I just
thoughts did
thought
you have?
if I didn't top this stream, I was gonna fall off and everyone would leave me. And I just thought like if I didn't do this right, or if I didn't, you know, figure out a way to do this stream better and figure it out, then my whole community was gonna leave me. I really did. I thought everyone would leave.
And what so you mentioned that like your who you hang out with or something has changed. What's happened to your
Well,
community, your connections?
I had a different living arrangement. Back when my name in 2020 when I was first blowing up, a lot of people would hit me up. I had a lot of fake people in my life at that time. I had a lot of people who were just straight up um just not. I had a lot of people in my life that weren't there. Like my living arrangement was there. I was in a whole content house, okay? I was in a house full of people who do content creation as well on the internet, and um it was a different environment. I was living and work, if that makes sense. Like I
Sure.
was living, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would wake up to a messy ass room to a stream I did the day before. And I would, you know what I'm saying? Like I would wake up to that. Like if I like was in my streaming room the other day and I completely broke like this one stream I did, I broke like this concrete stuff with a hammer. I slept in that. Like I was sleeping in work. So my living arrangement in general was just completely different. Like it was just I was living in work. I felt too much work, 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 work. You know,
And how are you living now?
happier for sure. I now don't live in work. If I want to take a day off and lay in bed and watch TV and just take one thing at a time and not live in work and go outside, and it's a lot better. I
What's it
do
like?
Mm.
Yeah, go
I do sometimes get lonely though. I'm not gonna lie, but what you writing down there, doctor?
I mean, I've written a ton of shit. Why are you so focused on what I'm writing now?
Bro, because the most things are so unnecessary. If you really wrote down, like, like, why do you even look down when he's saying, like, I was in college for 4 to 5 years. My favorite game is 2K. Like, why do you like look down and it looks like you're writing something? Like, why? Like, why is that necessary? Like, I know all the things he listed is his personality. That's all I had to know. Like, that's all I know. So everything he's saying is basically his personality, which is not important at all in spiritualism. So it's like I don't even need to really answer the questions. I don't really need to ask him a lot of questions. Well, if it's like spiritual, then yes. For example, like, do you have any important questions you want me you want me to you want me to help you with, like, for example, like, do you have like any emotional things, or like problems in family or stuff like that, but the answer will be always the same, because the answer is basically leads to thought being the root problem of all things, and you know be, be be aware, be conscious and stuff like that, more and more and more, and then you're good. Like, you really are good after that, and it's so simple. It's like sometimes, like, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Like, I don't have to say anything anymore. Like, I don't have to make it like 2 hours or something like that. But if you like it doesn't really matter like what he's saying. Like, if he's saying like, I am lonely, I'm saying again, like, okay, what do you think? Who is the one who's lonely? Like, who is the I? Who's saying I am lonely? Because what you like what you feel is not separate from you, because the one who feels lonely is like lonely is a feeling, right? And a feeling is um thought and sensation, right? And then you get a feeling out of that. So if thought is not there, then there is only the sensation, which is just like basically pure energy. Like then you don't you never ever say I am lonely, because you know I is the ego or the thought. Lonely is you. Then you are lonely at that time. Like you are lonely, not like lonely. You are lonely. You are like it's difficult to say because it's just a word. But what if you see and like feel it? That's what you are right now, right? You are anger. That's what I want to say. Like you are anger. You are not angry. You are the anger right now, and which is thought basically. Like so you are thought always. If you're sad, like who is the one who's sad? I, which is the ego, which is thought. So it always comes back to thought. It doesn't
I'm
matter
just kidding.
like
I
what
know.
you
I know
say.
you've been writing.
I don't think you're kidding.
Like it doesn't matter what you say in the psychological realm. It always leads to thought.
I mean, I've written a ton of shit. Why are you so focused on what I'm writing now?
I'm just kidding. I know. I know you've been writing.
I don't think you're kidding.
Well, no, I'm saying like I know you've been writing this whole time. Like I don't really care what you've been writing. I mean, I know you're just taking notes.
Is there something about? Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've been asking you. It's kind of silly. So what I'm signaling to you is I think. What was it like to say you get lonely sometimes?
I've always lived with work, so I've always had people around. And now that I live alone, it's different because now I live alone. I don't live with family. I don't live with parents. I used to have a girlfriend, like a girlfriend, excuse me. I used to live with her. I don't live with her. Obviously, we broke up. I live alone, right? So it's like for me, it's like it's different. You know, I get lonely sometimes.
Sounds lonely.
You know, I feel sad sometimes. Sounds sad. You sound sad. It sounds sad. You know, I feel lonely sometimes. It sounds lonely. Yeah, like it sounds lonely. I'm angry sometimes. Like I really am angry right now. It sounds like you're angry. Dr. Obvious. Dr. Obvious, please stop the obvious things, like obvious comments and stuff like that. I can't listen to it anymore. Like, please, bro. Like, holy crap, bro. Like, you are so lucky that you are the only one, like, basically who is doing these kind of videos, bro. And I, of course, like, thank you, for doing these kind of videos because I can react to these videos. But the things you say, bro, like, for me, it's like so unnecessary, like, it gets me always out of my chair. Always. And the repetition, like, don't you see the repetition you do and how unnecessary it is? Um, Crazy. Crazy to be honest. But yeah, Aiden Ross, a message to Aiden Ross, Aiden Ross, bro. Like know who is the one who feels lonely. Again, which thought I'm not getting into that anymore.
Yeah, it is. But I have friends, and I have my parents close by.
Okay, and also, if you like, I am a cook and I am spiritual, like we can do a lot of things, bro. Like I am not like most of the people. Like most of the people, they go do drugs and stuff like that. Well, I did too, but now I'm stopping. You know, I'm turning 30 in a few days, and then it's like I have to take responsibility someday. Like especially if I like am doing this content creation stuff, then people someday look up to me, and then of course I like I take responsibility when, for example, I smoke weed, drink alcohol and stuff like that, and young people see me as a role model, and then they do the they want to do the same thing that I did. But what about if I don't smoke weed and don't drink alcohol and they see me as a role model? Then it's like maybe then they also don't do it. And that's like W role model, right? So um I'm not only doing it for me because of course it's for health reasons it's better to not do that, all of that, only like a few which are called drugs, right? Where I am like, this is medicine, right? First of all, smoking weed, okay, like smoking is bad. When I do it, then it's like eating a brownie. So it's like health, it doesn't have any health issues to it. Like smoking is like not good for your lungs and stuff like that. Mushrooms also like it's nature. It's nature like weed, marijuana. It's nature, and you consume it. So it's like it doesn't even damage your body like at all. Only like the ego, which is not a bad thing. LSD and stuff like that. And but I don't want to get into it that much because these are still classified as drugs, which I feel like sometimes it's insane to call that even drugs because it can help you so much. Okay, let's not
Stuff.
get
So it
into
is
it.
what it is.
My bad.
Can I think for a second?
I was waiting for that phrase. Can I think for a second on XQC's interview video therapy session all that time, but he didn't say it, and now he's saying it, and I'm like, gotcha, got him again. Like he's saying it again, and but I'm not angry at it anymore. That's just I just look at it like as entertaining. He doesn't know better. Like let him be, let him
It
be,
is, but I have friends,
let it
and I have
be,
my parents
let
close
it
by and stuff. So it is what
be,
it
let
is.
it be, let it be.
Can I think for a second?
Yes, sir.
Think, but I have friends, and I have my parents close by and stuff. So it is what it is.
Wait, wait,
Sounds lonely.
Yeah, it is, but I have friends, and I have my
wait.
parents close by and stuff. So it is what
Wait
it
a minute.
is.
Can I think for a
Can I
second?
think for a second?
Sure.
Think.
Think.
I'm gonna need a second, okay?
Take your time.
Is it okay to be lonely?
Yes, it is. I used to think it wasn't, but it is.
Help me.
Oh my god. Okay, 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 go, 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 go,
Understand that.
go.
It's okay to be lonely. It's okay to not have to rely on.
Help me understand that. Like, why? First of all, why do you ask that question? Is it okay to be lonely? And then help me understand that. Like, you are a psychiatrist, like why do you need to know that? You should know that, like if it's okay to be lonely. Oh my
Somebody
god.
for happiness. It's okay to find yourself, um, find happiness within yourself. Like to be you don't need to be always with somebody. You're allowed to be lonely and find happiness and sleep alone, and you know you're
No, 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 Aiden, Aiden, Aiden. I have to cut you right there because how can you be lonely and happy? You can be alone, physically alone, and be happy. But lonely, feeling lonely, it's a feeling, right? You can't be both at the same time. Like you can't feel lonely and happy at the same time. Like you can only feel one feeling at the exact moment, right? Right now, for example, right? So it's contradictory, contradictive, contra. You know what I mean?
We're allowed to do that stuff. I think doing that sometimes can be good for people. I think people need to find themselves by being alone, you know?
Okay.
Okay, well, now he's right. He's actually right. Like first, you gotta go through, let's say, what the ego like. These are you could say these are human things to do, right? Feeling lonely, sad, angry, and stuff like that. Everything. But someday you should realize that how does this feeling come to be? Like for example, why do you feel sad sometimes? There is a logical, sanely answer to that, which is a process, a thought process. Like, when do you feel sad? Like, for example, oh, thinking, oh, I am alone right now and I miss my ex-girlfriend, Um, I wish my family would be there, but would be here, and then you maybe even say it like, "Oh, I feel so sad," and doing all that thinking makes you feel sad. So it is thought again. So, all right.
Um, I'm going to just share a couple thoughts. Let me know. Like, it's kind of like a shot in the dark. Like, normally I talk to people a little bit more, but you let me know what
It's shot in the dark, bro. Do you know what it means to do that, bro? It's shot in the dark. I know I pick everything up because everything is important. Like what you say is important. Everything you say is important. Like can be very important. So always choose your words wisely. All right? Especially if you do some serious talking. Like you could do trash talking, then it's like it doesn't matter. Like it's trash talking. Like I am aware, for example, when I trash talk. You know, like there is a specific reason why when I trash talk, but it doesn't matter. This is a serious talk. Like it's about like he is opening up, and stuff like that, and um,
I'm going to just share a couple thoughts. Let me know. Like, it's kind of like a shot in the dark. Like, normally
other shot in the dark. Okay, wait, okay. Like he basically saying like he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He is in the dark, right? Or he is seeing darkness with Adin. He doesn't know. He's unsure. Like, okay? And then, just like a couple of thoughts, which are his shots. Like, maybe I hit Adin, Maybe I'm not because I can't see him. I'm like blind or whatever. But he's still shooting. Like, why? Like, why would you ever do that? Like, you should know better. Like, you should see the light and not darkness, and shoot. Like, it's so bad, the wording and stuff like that. Like,
I
okay.
talk to people.
But it sounds like let's say it's giving. It sounds like uh I don't know the norm for it. Unsure.
A little bit more, but you let me know what sits with you and what doesn't. So the first thing is you kind of mentioned, early on that you sort of feel numb, um, and or desensitized, I think was the word that you used. And I just heard, I was, because you see, I don't get that from you. So you seem pretty animated. You seem actually pretty in touch with your feelings. Like you had a really like poetic description of the grind and how it's like addictive and it makes you feel good, but it like comes at a cost, right? Like there are the high highs, there are the low lows. And the scary thing about the grind is even when you're flying at the top, in the back of your mind, there's like, okay, is this plane gonna crash? And then it can feel really good to like have those thoughts and beat them back with like something growing bigger and getting more viral and like so
Okay.
it's almost like you're conquering your demons because you have all these doubts and stuff and like you're going higher and you're going higher and you're going higher and as you put it, you beat the game. And then I saw a couple things from you that I just haven't seen before, except when you mentioned the loneliness. So like the first thing is you called attention to me writing, which I know, I mean, I've been writing the whole time and like I know I've been writing the whole time, but there seemed to be something like what I actually felt in that moment is like a little bit of a sensitivity, like like what are you writing? Like there's like what did I just show you that you fucking caught? Is like honestly what it felt like to me. Um, and then you also said like it is, and then
Yeah,
I asked you like, hey, like
that's
is it okay
really
to
a
be
shot
lonely?
in
And
the
you kind of
dark.
said, yeah, right. Which I think you're a smart guy, Aiden. I think that you use your mind to
Like what he's trying to
deal
say, I
with a
don't
lot
even
of your
know.
stuff. I don't know how else to put it. And then you gave like a
Oh,
really
he doesn't
positive
know
answer, right? Like it's
either,
okay to
bro,
be
because
lonely.
he is in the dark. He is in the dark, bro. He doesn't know better. He doesn't know better, bro. That's why he's shooting his shots in the dark, bro. Like that's so sad. That sounds sad. No, that's not. That doesn't sound sad. That is actually sad because you are a psychiatrist.
It's okay to like feel these things. And then you kind of said it is what it is,
It
which
is
is
what it
something
is.
that people say when something is not good. Like
What?
Well,
Well,
there's
well, well, well,
perks, there's
well.
pros and cons with everything, right?
Well, first of all, yes, it's true. Like some people say, like it is what it is. Like my mom died. It is what it is. But it is the truth, though. Like it is what it is. Like every time it is the truth. Like I just drank water. It is what it is. Like I really drank water. Like like it is what it is. Like always, which is like the beauty of it. Like in what just is. That that's it, right? Like it is what it is. You can't change it. Like that's a fact. It is what it is, right? But the thought is like sometimes like wandering. Oh, not sometimes, always wandering. So it's like if you don't know thought better and put thought in its place, then it's like wandering all the time. So it's like I wish I had would a girlfriend, when I had a ex-girlfriend, it was so good and stuff like that. I want a girlfriend, I could imagine that, but this is not what is. This is just your imagination. This is just thought. This is not just what is, right? There's a difference to it, like you see the difference or not really, but I'm not pausing anymore. Oh,
I
wait.
think
Wait. It's 59 minutes. I have to okay, so thank you for watching this video. This was part 2 of Adin's therapy session with Dr. Obvious, Dr. Shooting at the Dark. Brr, brr, brr. And I'm sorry. And yeah, please like and subscribe, comment down below, share it with your apps, the video, and with your friends. See you on the next video, part 3, please.